I love talking directly to the fans. If a rating is bad in another sport, do you see a writer say, "This sport's over"? No. I'm nice to everybody, I respect other people. If you respect me, I respect you. It used to be that we weren't even allowed on TV or pay-per-view, so we always spoke to our fans through the internet. Really, the way to learn jiu-jitsu is to do it. If you do jiu-jitsu you get it and you learn it. I treat people and I deal with my fighters and I deal with the fans like a real person. I don't come out and read canned statements written by our lawyers. Ever since I've been on Twitter, my number of followers has kept going up and up. Am I a little rough around the edges? Do I say things that people don't like sometimes? Do I swear a lot? Yes, yes, yes. Life's hard, man. There's plenty of people I don't like that we put fights on with. It's not up to me whether I like them or dislike them, it's what the fans want to see. As long as we have enough fighters and fight cards to keep everybody fighting 3 times a year, that's where I want our roster to be. I tried to go to college, I barely got out of high school. I swear to God, if my kids, when they're 18, if they come to me and say, "Dad, I love pumping gas. I love getting up in the morning, I love grabbing the handle, I love the smell of the gas station," I'd say, go for it, because if you love it that much at 18, he's probably going to end up owning 25 gas stations by the time he's 30. The most famous athletes throughout the history of time are fighters. The UFC brand is going to be here for a long time. I do everything through Twitter, YouTube or the internet somehow. When there's millions of dollars at stake, everybody is going to look for an advantage. If somebody doesn't want to show up for a press conference, I'll pull them from the card. I'm a firm believer in, just because these guys are professional athletes or whatever, everybody's going to have an opinion on something, and not everybody's going to get along. I've had my words with fans on Twitter too. There will never be a fighters' union. Ever. I never have the plan to overtake boxing. I love boxing, I came from boxing. Boxing is very one-dimensional. You can hit to the head, you can hit to the body. As soon as 2 guys get into a clinch, you're separated. I like guys to stay at their weight classes and dominate. I don't want guys moving up and down. It's not like I'm going to go out and change the world and convert everyone into MMA fans. There's going to be fans out there who are fans of combat sports and fans of contact sports, but not everybody's going to be converted. We put on fights between the best fighters, we don't put on freak shows. I used to laugh at MMA and say, "Do you know what a boxer would do to an MMA guy?" And then I got educated on the truth. With my fighters, there's no excuses like, "Hey, listen, he's a dumb guy. Came from the mean streets of somewhere. He's just not all that bright." These are educated guys, most of them went to college, they have families, children, etc. These are smart, rational people I'm dealing with. Any new thing that comes out with the ability to enhance our show or my ability to communicate with fans and give people more behind-the-scenes access, you know we'll be all over it. Kimbo Slice sucks. He's terrible. It's unbelievable how good Jon Jones really is. It's the minute he steps out of the octagon, you never know what's going to happen. We want to build this sport all over the world and it absolutely, positively works in the UK. I'm a huge Ronda Rousey fan. She's extremely talented. What I like most about her is she's mean and nasty. I genuinely love this sport and most of the guys who compete in it. I'm not homophobic and I'm not anti-gay. As far as women fighting in MMA, I don't like it when the division isn't deep. I don't like to see a woman who's so much better than everybody else smashing other women. That's tough to watch. Kimbo Slice the Man, you watch the YouTube videos of this guy in backyards, and they start fighting and you think this guy's a thug. You think he's a bad guy, you have this perception of him and then you meet him, it isn't true. It's the exact opposite. He's a really good guy. Chuck Liddell loves to fight. That's his passion. That's what he loves in life. But there comes a day and age, fighting is a young man's game. Ronda Rousey is a huge star. You can't force fighters to fight. I live a pretty crazy lifestyle. The reality is this, fighting isn't a team sport, it's an individual sport. We bought the UFC when not only was it a bankrupt company that was going under, it had a horrible stigma attached to it. This thing was so bad it was not allowed on pay-per-view. My legacy to me is when I drop dead and they're at my funeral, I want my 3 kids to get up and say, "He's an awesome dad." Don't ever let anybody know you're injured. Alexander Gustafsson was never my friend. Don't be that guy that's laying in that hospital bed going, "I wonder what would have happened if I tried it." The worst thing that could happen is that it doesn't work. Visiting Anderson Silva. He's doing amazing. Leg is healing fast and will be walking without crutches in 30 days. UFC 151 will be remembered as the event Jon Jones and Greg Jackson murdered. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, try to figure out a way to make money at it and give it a shot. Greg Jackson is a sport killer. A lot of times, kids go to college and take a major because they do what they think they're supposed to do. I told them I believe 90% of America gets up in the morning and drives to a job they hate. That could have happened to me in the hotel industry. Whatever it is that you're passionate about, whatever it is that you absolutely love, and whatever it is that you would get up out of bed every day and do for free, you should try to figure out a way to make money at it and give it a shot. Joe Lauzon is not seen as the top guy in his division, he's not the champion. Do you know how many people go crazy when I saw Joe Lauzon is on the card? Because people love to watch him fight. Joe Lauzon has won more fighter bonuses than I think anybody. If you are that guy, the system works for you. But if you are not that guy, then boo who, you don't matter. I don't care what color you are, I don't care what country you're from, we're all human beings and fighting's in our DNA. We get it, and we like it. I think you take whatever it is that you would do for free and you figure out the way to do it. Boxing is your father's sport.